All right, what is up, the good people of the crypto world? Beast Limitless fam, let's get this, guys. Hit that like button, double tap, triple tap it. That is the only thing y'all should be tapping right now. We got Bitcoin pumping, guys. Bitcoin is running. Bitcoin is the flying. We broke out, all right? We absolutely broke out. I am going to be entering a Bitcoin long, but I'm going to wait until this candle closes. So basically, I want to come back down to my fair value gap. Anywhere around 89.4 to 89.3. I'm looking for a retrace to my fair value gap, and I'm going to look for a continuation. But we broke out, so now we have new data for where the market is going. I hope you guys made a lot of money on that short. And I hope you guys made a lot of money or are going to make a lot of money on this long, okay? So guys, we're going to redraw our charts. You can see the 18 hours about to close, the body close, tweezer reversal. In the shorter term, y'all could see that Bitcoin did break out right here. Okay, so Bitcoin broke out, guys, but it didn't backtest the breakout yet. So for me, this is not a confirmation trade until it backtests the breakout. So pretty much what I'm looking at Bitcoin doing is I'm looking for it to drop down to here and then continue to the upside. And by the upside, I'm talking all the way up to the resistance right here. Okay, now New York didn't really do any funny business. We dropped a bit into the London close, but for the most part, we can see that the resistance is the 800 SMA. And you can see your resistance here is about 90,005. Technically, you could short this back to here, but I wouldn't short it because it broke out. I'm pretty much just waiting for the continuation here. The 4-hour is about to close. And if we are looking at the macro time frame, we are still in a downtrend, but we are aiming for 93K. All right, guys. So 93K is what we're looking at. And essentially right here is how I would set up this trade. Non-financial advice, of course. So we have a trend line right here. Bitcoin broke out. Bitcoin's trying to pump a bit, all right? But essentially, the stop loss would be below this wick right here at 88. So give it a bit of room. I wouldn't be going 40x on this one. I would probably be going 20 to 15x. Give it a bit of room. It should retrace this area right here, pull back, and skyrocket up to 93.4, okay? So that is essentially what we're looking at. You could hypothetically short this around here. I wouldn't short a breakout, even though the back test is pretty clear here. So 5-minute overbought. You know, the 1 minute has some bearish dive, all of that jazz. But for now, Bitcoin's kosher right here. I'm not in any trades at the moment. So it could even push up to 90,005 in the shorter term. We can see on the 1-hour RSI, guys, Bitcoin absolutely 5,000 million % broke out. Dusty, good morning. How you doing? How's everyone doing, guys? Are you ready for the wild ride? That is cryptocurrency. We broke out. This is a clear This is a clear breakout, guys, right here. All right. So what we're looking for that back test. And you guys could short the back test 5x, right? Keep that in mind, or 3x. Always want to make a bit of money here. I would say short I would say short around 90,005, 90,004-ish area, which would be the top of the conversion line. And short it down to the retrace area. Very, very low leverage just to make some quick profit. Yeah, 90,400. At 5x, or even here. But I would say 5x is probably going to be a bit better because it should push up to that conversion line. And then it should back test the conversion line. If it breaks that, you want to get out of your 5x short. Keep in mind, guys, everything does back test eventually, and this is the conversion line. So I'm not looking to do a dynamite short on it. I'm just looking to hit the top, and that should be the rejection. And then we should continue down back to around 89,100, 89,300 in that area, 89,400 in that area. So we'll see what happens. If we blow past this right here, we are going to pump. Keep that in mind. But we do have some bearish divergence here. I would like this to reject my conversion line right here. If it doesn't, I get out of my short. Pretty simple. I'm just really looking to back test the retrace right there. We didn't really get a retrace actually. So I'm just waiting for that retrace. We got a big pump. We got a real nice pump here, but we didn't get a retrace that we've been looking for. So shorting at 90,400, waiting for this to drop. Very low leverage. And then we should come back down to that area there on the channel. How is everyone doing, guys? Hit that like button. Smash up that like button, fam. And let's run up the YouTube live today. I've got a really, really good live for you planned. Obviously, Bitcoin is what I'm looking at. Okay, hang on, guys. The live might just refresh a minute. I need to refresh the comment section. Trying to get the chat to work on my stream, but it's not loading. So I guess I'm looking at my phone. Okay. All right. Winning Wave, how we doing? Argil, how we doing? Good morning, Kevin. That 1 hour fair value gap broke last night, then shot up. Yeah, exactly. Tips, how we doing, James? Good morning. Pyrogenetics, what is up? Wayne, Rosie, Olga. All right, so I'm in my short now, guys, on the off of the conversion line here, and I'm looking for a rejection in this area. If this doesn't reject, I'm out of my short, like ASAP. We could get one massive pump, but I'm looking for the rejection at that conversion line because we can see that we are very, very overbought here on the conversion line, 90,400. Right? Quick scalp trade. Very, very quick. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. I am out. So I will go over some other crypto projects in a bit, guys. I'm just trying to catch the conversion line here, the resistance. Because I'm trying to take it back down to about here, make a couple hundred, and then I'm looking at actually longing the retrace. All right, guys, smash up that like button. Let's run up the live, fam. Appreciate you guys for all being on the YouTube live. Okay, we hit that conversion line. We hit that conversion line perfectly. The 5 minutes overbought. The 1 minute's even overbought. The 1 hour's hitting the 800 SMA. Obviously, there's a possibility we just skyrocket, which is okay. I'm willing to take a bit of a loss if it does do that. But typically after a breakout, you can get it to drop back down off of that conversion line. So that's what I'm going for. You've got some bearish divergence right here too. Nothing crazy. I'm just waiting for this to come back down to here. Around 89.4. This 4 hour candle right here, guys, is pretty massive as well, right? So huge 4 hour candle right here, guys. Okay, we got that bearish dive that we're looking for in the on this time frame here. So we're shorting 90,004 down to about here. Okay. Sorry, guys, my chat isn't working, so I'm gonna have to look at this on my phone. Good morning, fam. Good morning. Smash that like button, guys. All right. There we go. Our short's playing out. We're looking for quick money. We're not looking to hold this. Okay. We're looking for very, very quick money. We're looking for this to come down, make $300-400 bucks, call it a day for there. And then we're going to get in a long around this fair value gap, which essentially is going to be around 89.4 to 89.300. Okay. So I'm going to post up my trades as well, guys, so you guys could see my trade in Mighty or in beastlimitless.com. Right? 5X, really, really clean short, nothing crazy. And this is how you guys are going to see me trade in the mornings in New York. You're going to see me trade the breakout off the drop, and you're going to see me trade the back test, right? So I'll show you guys my trade right here in the 90,004 target that we shorted. Okay. So we're at a 5X. I'm not going crazy, okay, because it broke out. All I'm looking to do is make some penny cash, right? 130 bucks, not too bad. Should be able to make a bit more, $400 or $500 in that area. Keep in mind the 15-minute is overbought. The 5-minute is overbought. We should come back down to this region. We have some bearish dive right here on the 5-minute time frame, okay? Bearish divergence. If we break that conversion line, I'm probably out and I'm going to take my $100 loss. It is what it is. But it should drop back down to this region and consolidate or even bounce off that fair value gap right there. Okay. So welcome to the live trading session, guys, for the New York session. Non-financial advice. Protect your capital. Okay. Protect your capital, guys. One of the reasons this shouldn't break out is because it is hitting that resistance on the 5-minute and you've got that bearish dive. It already broke out. You're just really waiting for that back test. So once we get that back test, we should come up to about 93. 93 is going to be my target in the market, guys. Hit that like button. Smash that like button, guys. Let's run up this YouTube live. The thumbnail today is very, very simple, guys. I made this last night, okay? Pump incoming, all right? 87K, pump incoming. Hidden bullish divergence on your RSI. Shout out to CJDV on this one. I can't take credit on this one right here. But essentially you're seeing a higher low on your chart. I mean, yeah, a higher low on your chart, a lower low on your indicators. That is called hidden bullish divergence. Basically what that means, fam, is it means that Bitcoin is probably going to skyrocket over the next 4 to 5 months. We were looking at Bitcoin dropping and stuff like that, but no, there's a lot of indication right now that we are going to skyrocket probably past 100K. So basically what you're looking at now is you're looking at this being the trend that Bitcoin is bouncing off of right here. Right? So that would be the trend Bitcoin is bouncing off of. And your next target on said trend would be about 99, right? 99K, 99,000 roughly. Mr. Nonillin, thank you for commenting on the live. I appreciate you. Welcome to the fam. I am using the RSI and the stochastic RSI. All right, guys. So if you took that Bitcoin short, non-financial advice, you're in profit. All right. Again, we're going to ride that down. We're going to ride it all the way back down to about here. Or that is the plan anyways, right? Because that bearish dive. There's a possibility this just breaks out and pumps, but if I know crypto and I know trading, you're always going to get a back test. And my big thing of 2026 is maximizing every single profit. So if you get a back test, of this channel, you know the main resistance is going to be that conversion line, right? Slack, what is up? How we doing, fam? Winning Wave, River, Pirate Genetics. How you doing, brother? Appreciate you. Nice to see you. Blue Collar Traders. Look at the drop. There we go. Right? We're in the zone today. And honestly, guys, I probably had 1 hour of sleep. I am on a whole nother level, turning 30. I don't know. 29, I feel like I couldn't wake up. Now 30 is just like game time, right? There we go. Banging right there. Where are we riding it to? Probably around 89. 89.4 is where I would personally be taking profit myself. Just quick money, right? Quick money, guys. Non-financial advice. Make some quick money. Be happy with your quick money. The 5-minute has bearish dive, right? So that bearish dive is going to play out probably to here. That 15-minute is overbought too. And you're going to notice something, fam. You're going to notice this conversion line is key resistance. Anytime you guys are trading a trade, you always want to look at that conversion line. Always. All right. All right, so we're gonna, my take profit is going to be 89,400 or 89,300. Probably 89,300. Let's see. I'll do it at 89,300 and then I'm going to long around 89,300. So that is my plan. Take profit 89,300, long at 89,300. If we drop back down to the channel, we got other issues, but you can see that we already broke out on our RSI. Smash that like button, guys. Let's run up this YouTube live. Are you guys longing or shorting Bitcoin right now? And if you're not in a short, you're in a long, you're in a macro long, right? So that's the 5-minute orb bottom line. Argil, you know about orb. That means that you are a very experienced trader. Orb in the first 15-minute to 1-minute candle. It always plays out in the first session of New York. I don't usually talk about orb, but the fact that you know about orb is really good, right? So that's essentially what I'm doing. I'm taking the orb bottom first candle of the 15-minute. Shout out to everybody making money on the live. Shout out to everybody, guys. We are giving away $150. I think 150 or 100 on the YouTube live today. That is what I'm looking at. All right. So not on this YouTube live, but on the Tokyo live. So the Tokyo live today is at 8 to 8:30 p.m. CST. Do I think BTC will come down to 875? Olga, I don't believe so. One of the reasons is because we've broken the channel. 88.1 maybe as a fake out, but you're going to see we're really just looking for Bitcoin to come down to this, backtest this area right here. And after we backtest this area right here, we should be popping off to 93, which is going to be my 40x to 20x trade at that point. All right. So I've got my take profit set at about 89.4. All right? And I will look at a couple altcoins, guys. But if Bitcoin hits 89.4, 89.5, I need you guys to let me know, because as quick as I'm getting out of the trade, I need to get back into the trade. I need to open up a long, all right? Okay, I do want to look at XRP. XRP is very, very close to breaking out, and I do want to open up a trade on XRP. Very, very close to breaking out on XRP here. It hasn't. Well, it broke out right here. So technically XRP should pump to about 198, right? We are back testing this fair value gap on XRP, which is great. And this is a 1 hour fair value gap. So if we hold this fair value gap red and we come up green, you're looking at XRP up here. However, I would not be longing a downtrend. So for me, XRP would probably have to come up to breakout of 198. All right. 198, I'd be looking for the breakout. Yeah, 198 is what I'd be looking for. And I would want this to, well, essentially, if this breaks out at 198, this is going to skyrocket all the way up to 230. Let's look at our liquidity gaps right here. Look at Chainlink, right? Chainlink's pretty much bouncing off that area. Bitcoin pumps, gold dumps. Bitcoin drops, gold pumps. You guys know the correlation. All right, so let's look at Bitcoin right here on our liquidity gaps right here. So we broke out. Here's the breakout. We know the fair value gap is about 89.4, 89.300. We do have a fair value gap here, but I'm looking for the back test of the actual channel. Possibly 89.200 even, guys. Equilibrium's right here, which is essentially the conversion line. Next target after that break would be next target after that break would ultimately be 91, which would be your main equilibrium. And then this would skyrocket all the way up to 93. But what I've learned about a breakout is always short the breakout back to the back test. Pretty simple, right? So there's a fair value gap here. I don't like it. I would say this is going to come down to here. Invalidate that 1 hour fair value gap. Hit that like button, guys. Smash up that like button. Let's run up the live. Welcome to everybody on the YouTube live. This is where you want to be. This is going to be one of the top spots in crypto. Lots of bullish news on Bitcoin. I can see why you're saying it's going to pump hard. I'm going to hold out until world economic. Okay, Pirate Genetics, no worries. Crypto Squid, how you doing? Appreciate you. So guys, if this is the case and Bitcoin did bottom and we actually break out, I'm going to show you guys what we're looking at here. I showed you guys this on the live the other day, but I'm going to show you guys again. Bitcoin is essentially riding this trend line, okay? So it looked like Bitcoin did backtest the trend line on the weekly. But I talked to my business partner and he said redraw it, okay? and I redrew it, and I realized that we literally are bouncing off of this trend line, and we keep riding it and keep on forming higher wicks, higher highs, higher lows, higher lows. It literally bounced off here. It keeps on riding it, riding it. And here's the crazy thing, guys. Not only did it keep on riding it, but you have a huge rounded bottom on the ride of the trend line. So typically when you get a move like this in the market and it keeps on riding the trend line, there's going to be an explosion pump coming. Now, if we break 87 at this point, then we're dropping and you can expect 69K. However, because you keep on riding this trend line, guys, as of right now, and I can't say this is going to 133, but as of right now, this is targeting 99 and even 133K. You need to break 99 though. So it is targeting 99. And first you need to break 93. But all Bitcoin is really doing is riding that. All Bitcoin is really doing, guys, is riding that trend line on the bottom, which is pretty crazy to me, right? Craig, how you doing? Glasshopper, how you doing? I just signed up to the website and subscribed. Glasshopper, I appreciate you. Thank you, fam. Thank you guys for joining the live. Let's go. Let's go. That bearish dive is playing all day, baby. Let's go. So what you guys are seeing is you're seeing I'm bullish, but I'm just playing the retrace and I'm taking my money. If you're going to offer me money, I'm going to take money, right? And we can see we're back testing that fair value gap right here. After this, I'm longing, and I'm going to put a stop under 88, around 88. I don't like how there is yeah, so that fair value gap's probably going to be invalidated. That 15-minute has more room. It did touch the top of the RSI, but you can see, I believe this 4-hour is going to close. And it is probably, it looks like it will cross, probably, maybe. We'll have to see. Did the 2-hour close? Yes, the 2-hour did close. So the 4-hour will pretty much catch up. Come on. 89.4. In that area. If you guys are wondering why I'm looking at my phone, I'm reading the chat on my phone because on my streaming software, it's not working. If you guys are not signed up for beastlimitless.com, guys, sign up. It is free. All right. I'm putting trade setups. I want to show everybody this short that we made. So we did a short on Bitcoin. We did a long too, but I got to show you guys the short. I've been saying I'm going to show everybody the short, and I haven't posted it yet. There we go. So okay. There we go, fam. Right here. I bet what? Nope, that is not it. There you go, guys. This was the short. And actually, we made a bit more, but we didn't take a picture of it. So 40x short on Bitcoin from 92.4 all the way down to 88.1. And a lot of you followed this trade, of course, non-financial advice. A lot of you guys followed this trade, and if you guys look at where you followed it, Look at all these wins. If you guys that looked at it where you followed it, other people made about the same amount as me. Shout out to Steve, right? About the same amount, 40x. Crushing it. Absolutely crushing it, guys. So make sure you guys are signed up. BeSlimless.com. It is completely free. Okay. I don't want money from you guys. It is free. 100% free. So we've got 17 minutes left on this 4-hour close here on Bitcoin. Here was, well, this wasn't bullish dive. It was actually a beautiful rounded bottom. If you haven't hit that like button, guys, hit that like button. Argil, did I ever post a short entry? No, it was on the YouTube live. We took the short. Because I didn't trust shorting it at the bottom of the trend. How about Farcoin? I want to see how Farcoin's doing because I know Farcoin broke out. Is this a fake out or is it a real breakout? Farcoin is looking very, very good back testing that channel. And that means potentially Farcoins could skyrocket or long to about, well, you're looking to the top of the downtrend here, about 41 cents on Farcoin. This is going to be a really good project, guys, because we already broke out. Right? You're bouncing off here. You're forming a tweezer reversal on the daily on Farcoin, fam. Beautiful tweezer reversal right here. Thank you, Pirate, for subbing. Thank you for liking. I appreciate you, brother. And ultimately, if we break out and follow this area right here, guys, you're going to see Farcoin pump to about 63 to 64 cents. We're about to flip the bull market support band as well. Right? So the 1-hour candle's about to, or the 4-hour candle's about to close here. All right, what do we got? A lot of people are asking about River. RIVER USDT. Okay, River's been in this weird uptrend for quite some time. Even while Bitcoin has been dropping, River has been pumping. So very nice 3-point trend here on River. 4-point trend. No, I would say 3-point. 3-point. 3-point trend on River. We hit the top. We never hit the bottom. I would say River is going to start coming down. We could push up all the way to here, but I would be expecting River to come down to this area right here to about $22-ish. Or even roughly 26. But I wouldn't short River. River's looking like a real nice uptrend here. There is going to be a drop on River for sure. But I wouldn't short it. I wouldn't short it just yet. Hit that like button, guys. Let's run up the YouTube live. Thank you all for joining the live today and popping it off, making it trending. Shout out to all the new fam. Shout out to all the new subscribers. We are going to be giving away $150 on the Tokyo Live today. All right. So tune in to the Tokyo Live, 8 to 8:30 p.m. CST. We're going to be giving away $50 per person. All right. What else do we got here? I'm trying to go through the chat. It's a lot harder on my phone, but I don't have the actual chat working on my streaming software right now. And I'm not going to restart the live. There's no point. Okay, go through the chat. Morning, good morning. Okay, I see Pepe. I see somebody asking about Pepe. Okay, let's look at Pepe, guys. See if it came down to said bottom of the channel. It did not. Pepe did not come down to the bottom of the channel. But Pepe is looking very, very good. So for me, Pepe would have to break. Yeah, Pepe is looking very good here. I would say Pepe could pump to about the middle. The middle area on Pepe. I would say we pump to around the middle. If we break the middle, we pump to about 0.06458. Ultimately, though, if you look at the 2-hour time frame, Pepe is about to hit resistance. So if Pepe breaks resistance, guys, this is absolutely going to pop all the way up here. Keep an eye on Pepe, low leverage long maybe. Outside of the breakout on Pepe. But yeah, if Pepe comes here, we should form a fair value gap. Ride it, and then skyrocket. So I would set alert here on Pepe. And I would be only looking to make a trade if we create a fair value gap on Pepe. Because right now, Pepe has a lot of fair value gaps that are red. You probably are bouncing off an equilibrium or a sweep area, which would pretty much hold it. Actually, I'll just look. Yeah, so you got some bullish dive. Yeah. Okay, so you're bouncing off of a discount week low. I don't know. Pepe's a tough one for me because we never hit the bottom of the trend. So if Pepe doesn't break out, we should come back down to the bottom of this trend, and then I would be looking at a very big pump on Pepe. Pirate, did you think we would be back? Look at Bitcoin on a lower time frame. 1 minute. Yeah, so if we're looking at Bitcoin on the lower time frame, the 1 minute, we're oversold here. The 5 minute is oversold too, which is obviously very bullish. You've got 8 minutes left on this candle here. There's a possibility we break out, guys, and pump all the way past here. If we do, I take a loss of like 50 $50. But pretty much what I'm looking to do is I'm looking to take it back down to the fair value gap on the higher time frame, because the lower time frame will play out. But for this to be a real breakout, we need to come back down and realistically test about 89.4, maybe 89.2, maybe 89.3. Okay, did not mean to drop my phone there. BTC definitely looks very bullish on the lower time frame though. But you did kind of break that trend. So again, I'm not looking to hold this short, guys. I'm not, by the way, I'm not bearish on Bitcoin. I'm very bullish right now on Bitcoin. Very bullish. But I know what market makers do. And if they take us down to like 89.2, 89.1, honestly, we could even go 89.1, 89.2. Because the 15-minute is completely overbought. I don't see us breaking out. I don't see us breaking out until we touch that fair value gap. Pirate, no worries, no worries. Okay, Rose is up a percentage here. We got 5 minutes left, guys, on this hourly time frame. So Rose is pumping very, very hard. So we can see the top of resistance on Rose around 231. 236, 231. You do have some very big bearish dive on Rose at the moment. But it is moving up. So we could potentially see Rose breaking out and double bottoming to about 0.6. Well, what would be that double bottom breakout? All the way to the top. So let's say we do break out on Rose. Kevin took a BTC long at 90K. Awesome. Awesome. Keep in mind, if it drops back down to 89.4, I'm only scalping, right? I'm not looking to... I'm very bullish, but I'm just looking to get the drop off of the retrace. Yeah, if Rose breaks out of this downtrend, guys, we could potentially fly all the way to about 9 cents, which would be really crazy from 2. So that would be about 291% profit. So I'm going to set an alert there on Rose and see what she's doing there. But guys, it is looking like we are absolutely bottom in the market for a massive explosion pump. After this retrace, of course. It might not retrace. I could be completely wrong. It might not retrace. But typically, when the conversion line is hit and doesn't break out, we are typically going to drop, at least down to that retrace zone, right? The 5-minute MACD is pointing down. The 15 is looking really, really good. 4-hour candle closes here in about 3 minutes. Two minutes, actually. So you got the 4-hour candle close here. And yeah, we got that micro breakout. So we're looking at Bitcoin hitting ultimately, guys, at 93K in the shorter term. 93.6 would be my 93.6 would be my take profit. Or yeah, if I'm longing from here or wherever, stop loss in, I'd be looking about 93.6. If Bitcoin breaks 93.6, Bitcoin is absolutely going to take off and pump all the way up to 99K, guys, which is really, really crazy. All right. All right, fam. Let's get it. Let's get it. Hit that like. Mr. Nanilin XTZ. Hopefully I'm saying your name right. I'm looking at an iPhone, a Max, but normally I look at my computer. We haven't looked at Tezos in a hot minute. I forgot all about it, but they're partnered with F1. So again, if you're just tuning into the live, guys, I'm in a Bitcoin short to about 89.4, 89.5, 89.3 area. And then I will be longing Bitcoin all the way up to 93.6 at about 20 to 40x, depending on how I feel. All right. So Tezos is not looking too bad. Let me look at a spot chart here on Tezos. XTZ. Shout out to all the new people on the live, guys. I appreciate you guys. Welcome. Where are you guys tuning in from for the new people? Holy man, Tezos is getting ready to fly, guys. Absolutely melt faces, take off, and pump. If we can break this resistance at about 82. I could see Tezos. I don't know. I would wait for the break of 82 because if we break 82, we are gonna run all the way to about $1.52. Which actually would be breaking the conversion line. Can I give you more detail on the conversion line? Sure. So this doesn't always work, by the way, but it does most of the time. So essentially here, all I'm doing is I'm looking the resistance right here, okay? Okay, 4-hour close is done and Bitcoin is not dropping. Not yet anyways. Okay, so essentially the conversion line acts as major resistance. So there we go. Now it's dropping. So what I mean by that, guys, is when you look at a downtrend or an uptrend, you want to look at the resistance, okay? And this conversion line is always going to be resistance right here, okay? So when you're talking about a bullish project, you're talking about the resistance of that conversion line. This yellow dotted line of the parallel channel is key resistance, which means if we pump up to that area, we are typically going to retrace and drop if we're overbought. That's normally how it works. You can see right here, Bitcoin dropped to the conversion line perfectly, at about 91.6 or 91.9, pumped all the way up to 93, range, but we were already in the downtrend. Then we broke the conversion line, and you can also see Bitcoin back testing the conversion line off of a drop. So essentially what the conversion line is, it is a happy medium on resistance and support. Okay. So when you're looking at the conversion line, you're looking at resistance and support. Because a lot of people would be like, well, why are you shorting when we broke out? Right? Resistance, support, resistance, support. I always want to make money. I'm always wanting to make money. And if there's an opportunity for me to make money, I'm going to do it. And the funny thing is that conversion line is actually also the 800 SMA, which is another very strong resistance, right? But again, guys, we did break out. Don't get me wrong. We broke out. So you're only looking to scalp that move down to that support of the breakout, okay? This is a very advanced level of trading. And the reason I only do 5x is because we could very well break out. And then I'm hooped losing $1,000 to $500 because I do too high of leverage. I'm only going to do 20x or 40x if Bitcoin backtests that channel, right? All right, there we go. Now we're making sense. So essentially, you're going to see the 4 hours moving up, but now you're just now you've got a fair value gap, right? So this fair value gap is probably going to be inverted, which means it's going to be invalid just because of that retrace. But once we have a fair value gap closed, guys, on the 4 hour, you're going to see this market just pump like crazy. All right. And essentially what I'm looking for is I'm looking for this 15-minute to be oversold. That's really what I'm looking for before I re-enter my long. Shout out to Houston, Texas. Shout out to everybody. Thank you. Do you count as newer? For sure, Pirate. Okay, somebody is asking me about ZBCN. Okay, guys, so ZBCN, so I look at ZBCN a lot, and here's what I'm going to say about ZBCN. It doesn't interest me until we break out of the downtrend. This is just in a really big range, and you are rejecting that bull market support band. And here's the thing about ZBCN too. We never actually hit the bottom of the channel, which is a bit worrisome to me. But yeah, we never hit the bottom of the channel on ZBCN, guys. That is for sure worrisome to me. If I was going to trade ZBCN and I was very bullish on it as a trader for assets or for trading, I would be trading the breakout, and then you're going to fly. It is just not really going to do anything until it breaks out. Furthermore, ZBCN is looking like it is wanting to roll over back down to here. Am I bullish on the project? I'm very, very bullish on ZBCN, guys. I think ZBCN will kill it and break out. But at the moment, it is in a downtrend. What I recommend you guys do is, so you don't drive yourself crazy, only look at coins that are breaking out, unless you're shorting. unless you're shorting. And don't be shorting the middle because that could go both ways. All right, so Bitcoin is coming down here for sure. Could be a fake out. I don't think it is, but the 5-minute did break trend. I don't think it'll be a fake out. I think we'll just back test that fair value gap. Okay, let's see where we broke out. So if we actually look at the breakout, guys, from here to here, the back test is about 89.2. Okay, that is where I'd be 89.1 to 89.2. That is where I'd be potentially taking profit. And then I would be longing around this area. And I'm going to tell you guys something too. The reason I do this, or the reason I'm starting to do this, is you're going to have this as your loss buffer, okay? Think of this. If you enter a trade on a breakout on a short and you make $1,000, okay? Boom. And then you enter a long right here and it ends up faking out. Okay? You're losing probably about $500-600. Well, that buffer that you just have because you made your money, you literally are just covering that buffer. When I trade, I try to always cover my buffer if it goes the wrong way. So if Bitcoin goes the wrong way for some reason, starts faking out, dumping back inside of the channel, it is what it is. I know I'm going to take a loss, but I'm going to cover the loss with that win, probably walk out with a few hundred, and I didn't really lose anything, right? Okay, let's take a jab at Ethereum here. Hope you guys are learning. Hope you guys are understanding what I'm kind of doing here. But it doesn't always work out. Sometimes it skyrockets past the conversion line, and sometimes it fakes out and goes back in. And at that point, I wouldn't even hold the trade. I would just be out. Oh, I see a chat coming in. Loza. Oh, maybe the chat's working on the stream now. If we drop to 87.5, there will be another 1 billion leverage liquidation. If we drop to 87.5, this is a massive fake out. ETH is rejecting the breakout here. Yeah, Bitcoin 100% broke out. So if we drop to 87.5, this would be a huge fake out, and we would probably go down to 84K. I don't see us dropping to 87.5 because we broke out of this massive trend here. And this is a 3-point trend. 1, 2, 3. Anytime you have a 3-point trend, guys, you're probably going to, if you break a 3-point trend, that means the whales are extremely bullish and they're going to buy. Yeah, so around 89.1 to around 89.2. Or even 89.3. At that point, just don't get greedy. Okay, that's all I got to tell you guys. Don't get greedy. It broke out. You're only looking to make quick profit here. And that is pretty much it. Really just that fair value gap. After this 18-hour, we should continue back up. Even 500 bucks is okay, guys, right? Awesome. The streaming software chat is working now. I can actually see it. Even 300 is okay. But I don't see Bitcoin really going back up, guys, until that 15-minute is oversold. I will say that. Okay, someone mentioned render earlier in the chat. Let's see if render broke out of the downtrend. I believe it did. Not. Oh no, render definitely. Yeah, render broke out of the downtrend here. So we've got some nice fair value gaps on render. So I'm looking for render to backtest right here at about 207. And then I'm looking for render to skyrocket pretty much. Pretty much to about 297-ish. On the other hand, if we pump above 92.8, we also liquidate 1 billion. There we go, right? There we go, there we go. Let's look at Tether DOM for a moment. Trying to break out. Tether's trying to break out. It hasn't. It's rejecting that breakout. New moon incoming too. I believe normally there's a pump before the new moon. Correct me if I'm wrong. Now, here's the caveat to this pump, guys, because I got to be real with everybody, right? The 18-hour MACD is almost into the zero line. The daily is dropping, and the MACD is dropping. 4 hours in the zero line, 8 hours in the zero line. So even though that this is a breakout, we are bearish on the higher time frames. Okay, so before anybody's like, yada, 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 yeah, we are bearish on the higher time frames, guys, all right? We need to flip those higher time frames first. Who took that short, guys, and who is printing on that Bitcoin short right now? 444 in the comment section below if you are. And that would essentially be that 5-minute channel too, guys. So yeah, I would say about 89.1 to 89.2, and then we continue back up. Play that 5-minute trend. And then if you guys could get a high leverage trade from here to here, that's huge, right? Huge, huge, huge. $15 minutes almost oversold. 5 minutes already oversold, but we're just waiting for that back test. All right, guys, I'm done for the live today. I appreciate you guys. We're over an hour. New York session is officially open and into normal trading at the moment. And that's all I got for everybody today. Thank you for being on the New York live, guys. All right, we will be live today at Tokyo, the Tokyo session at about 8 to 8:30 p.m. And we will be giving away some cash on the live. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you very much for being here. My short, I'm taking profit here. My long, I'm longing there with a stop loss. Honestly, I would even... Now we have two fair value gaps, so... I would put the stop loss... If you get about 89.1, I'd put a stop loss at 88.5. Because that is a really good fair value gap on a breakout. Right? So... anyways, have a blessed day, guys. Appreciate you guys. Hit that like button if you haven't. See you tonight for the Tokyo session. I'm going to bed. Well, not necessarily going to bed, but you get the point. Going to get some sleep. So have a good day, guys. Share your wins in beatslimitless.com. Join. It is free.